What's up, everybody? Welcome to that was that. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes, episode 156 of Tuck Rule Takes. Oh my god!
There we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes, episode 156 of Tuck Rule Takes. Gang is all here. I'm Mike. Al's here. Liam's here. You know who else is here? Fucking Sports Spider is here.
Damn right.
Brought to you by, powered by Sports Spider. Go take a look at him right now. Sports Spider with a Y. Go take a look. Peruse the entire site, but make sure you type it or you click the NFL tab. Go to the Patriots. We are right at the top. We are the pinned article, post, or whatever right after we drop. So you'll see it there. Tuck Rule Takes. You'll see our little logo, all of our names on there. Take a listen, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. But yeah, this isn't the same as last week where we were coming off a win.
No, it's not.
But
no, it was not.
I will
Scoreboard
say,
doesn't even indicate how bad this was.
No. I think the scoreboard doesn't indicate how good it was at times either, but whatever. We'll talk about it. Basically all about the game today. But I do want to get into one thing before we get into the game. Unless you guys have anything else you wanted to throw out before we get into a certain release of a player.
Nope.
So Tyquan Thornton, Tiny Wrist Thornton got released earlier this week. Yeah, just abysmal draft pick. Well, he was a second rounder, right? He was the 50th
Second round.
Right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, second round pick. Just horrible pick. I think the three of us, we never really talked about our thoughts when he got drafted. Al, you weren't here when he got drafted. It was just me and Liam and I, us. But we had some sort of hopes for him because he was quick.
Yeah.
Whenever you have a quick wide receiver, I mean, it's tough not to get excited about it.
Yeah, it made sense. Shades of Deshaun Jackson. I'm like, we can do something with this.
Exactly, but we did nothing with it.
Nothing.
I'll pull up his stats in a second just so we can kind of go over it. But yeah, Tyquan Thornton got released from the Patriots. That was likely to make a move so then the Patriots could bring Christian Barmore on, which we will talk about. His career, by the way, 39 catches, 385 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean,
both of those touchdowns in that Browns game.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know that.
Holy shit.
End around and then a slant.
The pinnacle of Matt Patricia play calling.
It was.
Waste of a second round pick. Thoughts? Tyquan Thornton, just kind of overall RIP. How do you guys feel about it?
A second round pick, which is super valuable now. The DeAndre Hopkins didn't get traded for a second round pick. We wasted one on this guy.
What year was he drafted?
Annoying. Shit.
You guys remember? What year was he drafted in 2019?
No,
right.
Maybe later, 2020.
Who? Say it again. Sorry,
Tyquan Thornton. When was he drafted?
I think it was 2020.
It's 2020. 2022.
Right. Tyquan Thornton?
Yeah.
He's been in the league for like 4 years.
No, this is his third year. He was in the same draft class as Marcus Jones. He was the round before Marcus Jones.
Oh, okay. So
it was strange.
22 or 21?
It was 22 because Mac Jones was the 2021 year with Ramondre Stevenson too.
He was drafted in 22. Okay, keep going. The only reason I ask is I'm going to pull up who was drafted around him. I want to see who was drafted around him.
So I know we don't do a lot of singing on this podcast, but if you know the words to this song, please join along with me because here we go. Na 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 na. Hey hey.
Goodbye, Tyquan.
Bye. It was time. It was time for him to say goodbye because you know what? You look at this receiving room, the future is looking like the Mario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, and Kendrick Bourne. Even though Kendrick Bourne didn't play in Chicago, he showed today against the Rams why he deserves to be in the rotation of wide receivers going forward. And you have Javon Baker and Jalen Polk too. So, I mean, it was a crowded room regardless, and KJ Osborne's going to be gone next year anyway. So might as well cut ties now. And obviously, too, we'll talk about it. Christian Barmore came back today, so obviously they had to shore up a spot. So it made logical sense. He was a bust. He had 2 touchdowns. Like Liam said, it was the Cleveland game in 22. So good riddance and good luck.
Yeah.
George Pickens was picked 2 picks after Tyquan.
Yeah,
Yep.
it sucks.
Now,
Yes, he was.
with all the issues George Pickens has or whatever, you can't tell
No
me you wouldn't
issues. I
prefer
think
to
he's the
have him.
man.
Also, Cam Jurgens was drafted by the Eagles as well with the pick afterwards.
Monster.
I'd probably rather have him too. So yeah,
He
there
probably
were-
would. To be honest, he probably wouldn't have been good if he wasn't behind Jason Kelsey. Let's be
Probably
real. Like
probably not.
I had no faith in him until Jason Kelsey was like, "No, he's going to be really good." And I was like, I fucking trust you.
But yeah, Tyquan Thornton gone. Liam, parting words for him at all? Because I know, like I said, we were in on him, but
Yeah, get fucked.
yeah, I mean, it just like just enough. Like you said, a crowded room. We're trying to bring these new guys along, which the new guys seem to really refuse to go along with us here. But we'll talk about them with the game breakdown.
They're trying their best.
Are they? Are they though?
They're trying their best not to go
They're
along
trying.
with us.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck
They're
doing.
trying super hard not to cooperate.
All right. Let's get into it. Actually, no, we'll talk about Christian Barmore at some point in this game thing. Cool. So the Patriots lost to the Rams 28-22. I thought it was overall it was a decent game. I'll go through the stats and I'll throw it to you guys. What you guys want to do? Drake May, pretty good game. 30 of 40, 282, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Ramondre Stevenson, 20 carries for 73 yards. Drake May had 3 carries for 27. Leading receiver was Kendrick Bourne, 5 catches for 70 yards. Hunter Henry, back after having a quiet week last week, 6 for 63. And then the third receiver, Pop Douglas, 5 for 59. Overall thoughts, where do you guys want to start with this game?
I know I started last week, Al. I'm sorry. I got to do it again. Let's just clear the air because we're just going to get this out of the way now. I was right. I knew this was going to happen. I was not rooting for the Rams, but I knew this was going to happen. And this is what happens. We're not good. They're very good. We have a young up-and-coming quarterback, and they have the quarterback that we hope ours turns into one day. Their receiving core is loaded, and our first-round pick wide receiver didn't catch a fucking pass. We're just not that good, and they're contenders. I saw this coming. I think in my whatever. Yeah, sure.
Still bad.
Semantics, fucking terrible. I think I said my prediction last week it was going to be 31-13. I was pretty fucking close. I was there for a little bit.
You were off by a lot, dude.
No, but like we scored a late touchdown. And if we hadn't scored that, I would have been very close. But I got their points pretty close. And ours, we got a garbage time touchdown, which is sweet. Touchdowns are touchdowns.
Not garbage time. They were I'm going to let you go. I'm sorry. I don't mean to jump in front of you.
It was, they were driving for game. Yes. But I find it garbage time when we score that touchdown and then fucking get an extra point blocked. Then we can't do the basics and we're completely fucking useless. So I just wanted to say, you seem very fired up in the chat, Mike, and I wanted to clear the air here because you're clearly fired up, and I understand, it's not fun when your team gets just skull fucked by Matthew Stafford, but in Cooper Kupp, it was more of a double team, and then occasionally Puka Nacua would join the orgy, but he blew his load early and kind of bounced, but he still contributed for a little bit. It was a nice everyone kind of in flush and together. But yeah, this is what happens and it sucks. And also, game sealing interception by a Miami man. That was pretty sweet. So yeah.
Al, can I speak real quick before I pass it to you? All right.
Liam, you can. I was going to say, I was going to help you out there, but yeah, you got it. Go.
I'm good. I'll pass it right to you in a second. Liam, you motherfucker. First of all, on that pick, you said you said the game sealing pick was by a U man, so pretty good.
Yeah,
no,
it is.
not pretty good, sir.
Pretty good.
Not pretty good because the Patriots threw a pick to lose the game.
Definitely.
We're texting throughout the game, you're sitting there. This is what happens when Matty Staff gets going. Hey, bitch, fuck. Nobody wants to hear this right now.
He's a killer.
Nobody wants to hear your Eagles loving ass talk about
I understand. No one wants
Matthew
to hear
Stafford.
it. Yes,
Do not
as you
get me
should.
wrong.
You should love Matthew Stafford.
Great
There's a
Hall of
difference.
Famer.
Yeah,
maybe
by far.
Hall of
Definitely.
Famer. But
No,
my
it's not
thing
close.
is, when you are rooting for a team that you supposedly
I'm
like,
not rooting.
You're not rooting for the Patriots?
I am rooting for the Patriots, but I knew this was going to happen, so I'm trying not to get my hopes up.
See, when you paint it like that, see, you're trying to make it seem softer than it is. No,
It's
no,
exactly what it was. None of us
No.
went into that 49ers game and was like, I just really hope we compete. We knew we were going to get fucked, and we did.
That's different. That's different. I'm not watching saying, yo, I hope George Kittle scores 2 touchdowns, you bitch.
Yeah, you were kind of happy that George Kittle scored.
George Kittle, though, I will say, away from the game, George Kittle is my favorite non-Patriots player, for sure.
Yeah.
Love him.
Certainly, yeah.
But no. Matthew Stafford, though, I mean, he 18 to 27, 295, 4 touchdowns.
Stud.
My God.
Actually, a slow day for him.
Throw it to I can't. Al, I'm going to throw it to you.
Light
How do you feel about this game? Respond to Liam or kind of go off where you want, then we'll talk about the game.
Okay, so Liam was right about one thing. I'll give him this one thing. Matthew Stafford can still ball, and he had a great game. He had a great game, fitting balls into tight windows, making plays on the run, throwing balls off his back foot. He had a really good game. I will give Matt Stafford that.
Yeah, very good.
Having said that, this game was not an ass kicking. This game was the Patriots making a valiant effort, coming back, having the ball with the chance to win the game.
True.
And by the way, Wonder Boy Sean McVay, who I think is still a very good coach, but still, why don't you just run the ball, make the Patriots use their last time out, and then either kick the field goal or punt it away? Like, I didn't understand that. That was weird. This game
you put the ball in the hands of your best player.
You do, but at the same time, Kyron Williams
is a monster.
Is a solid running back against a Patriots rush defense that still is garbage. So, I mean, you could have done either or. That's tomato or tomato at that point. But here's the thing, too. The Rams are 5-5 for a reason. They're not a good football team. They're not a good football team.
Definition of average.
They are an average football team. They have good players on offense. Like, when you look on paper and you see Matt Stafford, Kyron Williams, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, good, solid, like, the players on paper are solid. And even on defense, like Jared Verse having a really successful rookie year. They have players, but there is a reason they're 5-5. They were up 28-13, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks were up 20. I think they were up 28-13.
Could be.
Patriots get it down to 28-22 with the ball with a chance to win the game. And they were moving a little bit. Definitely. So if they were this dominant team, they would have put the Patriots away in that third quarter, wouldn't have even made it a competition. I was the one that was the closest with the prediction. I said 24-21. I was pretty damn close. I was pretty much spot on with the Patriots and a couple points off with the Rams. So I'm taking the credit on that one. So screw you, backward hat man. Okay. So that's that. And then not only that, again, and I'm going to repeat myself, and I don't care. They had a chance to win the game at the end. Good teams not allow bad teams to do that. And oh shit, I just lost my parlay. Great. So anyways.
But also just quickly to address the record thing, because this isn't a fucking Rams podcast, that division is a fucking gauntlet. So if you say like they're 5-5, that division's ridiculous. Cardinals 6-4, Niners 5-4.
You are what your record says you are, baby.
You are.
That's not true. That is not true.
I know it's not, because the Patriots are better than a 3-18.
I know. That's the point.
What I think, so to get my thing, and then we'll kind of hop on. We'll probably start with the offense first, maybe because it's Drake May offense or whatever. What I saw with this game was exactly what you guys said it was, to an extent. Where Liam, you said like this was the Sean McVay coach team, Matthew Stafford quarterback team. Like the Rams are better in the sense that they have more veterans. They know what they're doing. Like you're looking at a team where the Rams are just a couple levels above you or even a level above you, but it's not because the Patriots suck. It's because they're working their way up there. I think what we saw is a Patriots team that's close. I think a lot closer than people want to give them credit for. You get like if Booty catches a couple balls, maybe if the offensive line blocks a little bit. I know these are ifs, but I'm talking because like if you solidify these ifs, the Patriots might have 2 or 3 more wins and they're in the playoff hunt. Like they're close. Which is, I think, what gives a lot of Patriots fans, if you watch sports for what they're meant to be watched for, which is just like an escape enjoyment, try to be critical, whatever, talk, debate, talk shit, all that. But at the end of the day, we should be enjoying watching these teams. the Patriots are giving you a lot of shit to look forward to moving
Yes.
forward.
Mhm.
Like Drake May, Ramondre Stevenson, we know he's a dog. He's good. Kayshawn
Yeah.
Booty, he's showing up. Had a drop today, had another one off his hands that he probably should have caught. But Hunter Henry, great guy. Vidarian Lowe catching touchdowns. Like this, the team, it's like it sucks. No moral victories. That's not what this is. It does suck. You had a chance to maybe rattle off 3 wins in a row here and maybe be in the playoff hunt. They lost this one. We'll see what happens next week. But yeah, I think what we saw here was just the Patriots team that they're right there. They're on the cusp of kind of being a team that would win this game. Because if this was a Patriots team, I think like if we were to use our crystal ball and look forward, I think if this was next year's Patriots team, they win this game. Like because maybe Drake May doesn't fumble the ball or take a sack at the end of the game. Some of the mental errors are cleaned up a little bit. I think they win this game. So it sucks that they lost. I understand, but this, as much as we all thought, before the season, we have these delusions of grandeur, where it's like, oh, they might have this. You guys even had 9 and 8, whatever it is.
Pretty sure me and Al were pretty grounded.
I
But
had
you were
7
not-
and 10.
Yeah, it's still probably a little bit
Better than most.
at
Yeah.
it now.
Yes.
I was 12 and 5. I was off.
Yeah.
But I
Off.
just think that it sucks that we lost, but there's a fair amount of positives to take from it. You can look at the negatives, but the negatives are going to be there with the rebuilding team. Some coaching blunders, some mental mistakes, some drops, some rookie quarterback play. This is what happens with a rebuilding team. So like, I'd rather look at the positives. That's what I'm going to stick with. I figured we'd start in the offense. You guys have anything else kind of opening salvo, to take a word from Skip Bayless, that you guys wanted to say?
Do we want to keep this in a positive thing? Because I wanted to point out something that was.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go. Jump off. This is where we'll start.
Okay.
Where do you want to start?
Because the Patriots played great and they had a lot of great moments, but
Yep.
a lot of the time they were playing great to make up for their shitty fucking mistakes. Like I went and got a beer and all of a sudden the Rams scored 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes. And I was like, what happened? How did the Rams score a second touchdown? I had to text you guys because I was super
Yep.
confused. No one else is in the room. I'm like, hold on a second. They were up 14-7 when they just scored a touchdown. And friggin' no, so that whole fumble, it was an easy stunt. Robinson, I think 74, 72. The defensive tackle does a stunt on the inside, completely wide open. Robinson's fucking clueless, and Drake May gets destroyed, like
5 minutes
absolutely
and 56
destroyed.
seconds left in the second quarter. I got like the
Yes.
play-by-play pulled up because I knew you were going
Yeah.
to bring it up. So yeah,
I'm watching it right now, and it's just
yeah.
this is why I didn't want Drake May to start, because he's getting clobbered out there. He got clobbered in a very dangerous hit in his first game against the Texans. Got smoked here, got a concussion against the Jets. I'm happy that he's starting. I'm happy that he's playing great. I'm actually ecstatic. I'm more than happy. But dear God, this is fucking brutal. And then, as I already mentioned, we had the extra point that was blocked. There were so many mistakes. The defense was complete and total shit. That first Cooper Kupp touchdown, Pettis is just confused. Taki and him were supposed to double team Cooper Kupp, and no one's close to him. There are just so many mistakes where it's like, yes, they played really good, but they were playing really good to make up for the fact that they put themselves in a hole 3 or 4 different times.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. So it was like, it's like you take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step
Yes.
forward, 2 steps back. Where
Great
that's what I
sign.
mean when I say like you can see the frustrating part is you can see the glimpses of hope and of potential. And it's like this is different than the last 5 years where it's been like okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just let's just not want to kill ourselves watching this game.
Yes.
But watching this, it's like shit. Like you're watching the Rams get the ball. You're like, all right, they're going to go down, probably kick a field goal or score a touchdown. They're going to be up by 2 scores. Game's going to be over. The defense holds them. They decide to punt. And you're like, God damn it. Now I have to sit here and think that there's some sort of hope. And
Yeah.
it just like tugs on
They
the
give you
heartstrings
just
more.
enough to keep you on the hook, where you're like,
Yeah,
we might
which-
do this,
which honestly-
even at the end.
Well, like it sucks, but it's much better than what we've been going through the last few years. Like I'd much rather care about the wins and losses
Yeah.
and like think that they can win than like just watch and just be like, okay, like whatever, cool. So we're down
Yeah.
3 scores. Oh, Mac
Then those
Jones
old
has
Buffalo
200
games where
yards.
Stephon Diggs has 3 touchdowns, and you're like,
Yeah.
great, it's over at the end of the first quarter. This is fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No. So what was your positive though to take from it? Like what was your kind of like jumping off point there? Because I know you said that there were like,
They rallied. Like they
yeah.
made it a close game. The final score
Okay.
is indicative that they fought back. I'm just
Yeah.
furious that they have all these stupid fucking mistakes and that the defense looked good last week, but now it looks shit again. And I understand,
Mhm.
great offense beats a subpar defense, even if the
Mhm.
subpar defense is capitalizing and trying really hard. But hey, 22 points against a Rams team that could literally do whatever they want on offense until the last drive. I
Mhm.
will fucking take that. Like, we'll take the positives where it comes. But goddamn, like I wish we could clean it up a little bit.
Mhm.
And it'd be nice
Yeah.
if our second round pick could actually know what's going on 2 plays in a row and
Okay.
not screw us in that
Oh,
situation.
Okay.
so
So
brutal.
so let's talk about it.
Darian Lowe had more catches than
Jalen
Oh my
Polk,
Polk.
God.
dude,
Dude,
that's
what kind
insane.
of a world do we live in?
Yeah. So Jalen Polk, yeah, man. I don't
I don't
know.
think
I
this is
know.
working
So
out.
on his false start, if you watch the game, there was a false start. I don't. Do you guys
Yep.
remember like what that was towards the end of the game, correct? Where he had that
Mhm.
false
Yep.
start or whatever, and like it looked like the Patriots were going to go with a direct snap to Ramondre Stevenson. Looked like a little bit of a trick type of play where like they were in the pistol. Drake May kind of walked up to the left of the line, and
Mhm.
then Jalen Polk moved. But if you watch the play, because I want to kind of throw Jalen Polk some bail here,
Yeah.
the play clock was ticking down. The play clock was at 1 when he moved. The ball wasn't getting snapped. So it almost makes me think like was he just looking at the clock and moving based on it being at 1, which I guess that doesn't actually give him bail because you still got to wait for the ball to be snapped. So whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't
I guess
I
in that
want to
case, it's
give
going to be a
him.
penalty either way, but it's still
Yeah,
stupid. Like
but like
it's a
but you know
mistake that
how
you don't make.
they give it
Right.
an extra like second sometimes when it hits 0,
Yeah.
so you never know. So yeah, I don't know, man. Jalen Polk, like I think we all had high hopes for him, but god
Like
damn, like
really,
he
really
just
high hopes too.
him
Yeah.
him and Javon Baker. We'll talk about it. Like okay, so Baker had the good punt, the good kick return to start the game,
Yeah.
but then like to talk about last week, there were some plays where he wasn't like people were breaking down the plays. He wasn't blocking the people he should have been blocking, not running the right play. It's like there's reasons that these players aren't starting or aren't producing. So when you have just Patriots fans yelling at the sky, like, why isn't Baker getting more playing time? Or where's Jalen Polk? And it's like, what do you want to do when they're not doing what they're supposed to do? You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So like
And when
how do
they
you
get
guys
in
feel
there,
about
they
that?
make the stupid mistakes.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that Polk game, was it in London or it was the away
Mhm.
game when Polk was fucking terrible.
I
And
think
it
it was
was
London.
just,
Yeah.
I think it was. And I was just like, this is the most brutal display of offense where he had like 2 or 3 drops, couldn't seem to do anything. He fell down on one of the routes that I think ended up being intercepted.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yep.
damn, dude, like you feel bad for him because the mistakes compound and you're like, oh my God, dude, you must be
Yeah.
flipping out right now. But it's like also, just like Tyquan Thornton, we invested a second round pick in you. That second round pick could have got us DeAndre Hopkins or anyone else, any of the
Hmm.
receivers that have moved. What the
Hmm.
fuck are we doing here?
Yeah. Al, what do you think about him, man? Yeah, you're muted, Al. I don't know if you were
Stupid
I
talking
fuck.
I
shit.
just well, I was talking shit about you guys.
You're probably
Um
just
Animal.
swearing so much about fucking Jalen Polk that you had to mute it. I get it. I understand. I've been
He's
there.
like, this
yeah,
is a
it's
child friendly show.
exactly. Um Jalen Polk is so brutal to watch because we just had such high hopes in the Seattle game was good, and then the Miami game where
Yeah.
he doesn't get the feet down supposedly, but it looked like he got the feet down
Oh,
supposedly.
that was the
And it,
start of it.
And then
Yep.
last game where May's like, let's get him involved, throws him a touchdown. You're like, okay, maybe there's hope.
yeah, it's
Yep.
just I think there's so much. And notice with a lot of these receivers and a lot of these young players, it's the mental mistakes. That's the biggest thing. Physically, they have all the tools, but mentally, they're not lining up correctly. They're jumping off sides. They're going early, whatever it is. It doesn't make for what you're trying to establish here. And what you're trying to establish
Mhm.
is, excuse me, you're trying to establish a culture that is mistake-free football, complimentary football, smart football.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to. So,
Did you
Yeah,
guys ever do you guys remember a time ever where Edelman or Welker ever jumped off sides? I can't think of one.
not enough to
Can't
like
think of one.
remember. I'm sure it's happened.
I'm
Like I'm
sure.
sure it has happened, but not
Yeah.
enough. And like I get that they're rookies, and I know that's the thing where everybody wants to say, myself included. I've said that, like give these rookies some time. Like when we're talking about Drake May, we say he's a rookie, whatever. Talking about Baker, whoever, like they're rookies, let them develop. But when it's the almost the same mistakes, at least with Drake May, the mistakes aren't really the same. Yeah, he threw a pick today, but that was a miscommunication with Pop Douglas. Like you could clearly tell. Like he thought Pop was going to kind of go up, Pop went left, whatever it was at the end of the game. It's like when you're making the same mistakes like Baker and Polgar, it's like, listen, when you're going into an offseason where the Patriots have like the first or second most cap space, and they're gonna have like a relatively high draft pick, your job isn't guaranteed. Like honestly,
No.
I'm looking at it now. I think the only receivers you have to keep, I would say, Kendrick Bourne is here. Yeah, I think he has one more year on his deal, so I'm just gonna assume
Yeah.
he's here.
Yeah,
So I'm
I think
talking
he
about
has
young
two more
guys.
because I think he signed a new
Two.
3-year deal.
Yes.
Mm.
So keep him. He had a touchdown today. Good game by Kendrick Bourne today. As we said, 5 for 70. This is why you keep him around. Al, you said it in the chat. But other than him, you keep Kayshawn Booty and Pop Douglas. Other than that, I, I don't care. Like, just
Yeah.
if you have to get, like, say they wanted to draft, what's his name? Tet McMillan or whatever his
Yeah.
name is. And then like maybe trade or sign Diggs or Amari Cooper or trade for DK Metcalf. I do that. Get rid of Baker or like get rid of Polker. Yeah, both of them. Polker
Polk
Baker.
or
Yeah, get rid of one of them, both of them, because at this point, like the team's ready to go. This is the thing. You're almost what it seems like is like you're watching a team where it's like there's a horse in a stable that's like ready to like bust through the thing, but just the door won't open because
Yeah.
the team just isn't ready yet. So like if you're gonna hold us back, I'm sorry. Like I hope you have a good career, but like if you're not gonna help right now, or if you're not gonna show that you can do anything on this offense, goodbye. Like we don't have time to wait. Like second year Drake May should be like competing for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And if Jalen Polk or Javon Baker aren't going to help that, go away, guys. Like I'm sorry.
I have 2 points. And the first one's very quick. It's we're spoiled. We had 20 years of greatness, and if you
Mhm.
made a mistake when Tom Brady was the quarterback, he wasn't going to throw to you. If you are
Well, we
wide
saw it.
open in the
Mhm.
offense, one, you wouldn't be on the field. Two, if you're wide open on a drive, he's still going to throw it to Gronk in double coverage because he doesn't trust you to make the basic play. So we are spoiled where if you're not producing, get the fuck out, or you just won't play, and we will trade you almost immediately. And my second point is I just think it's funny. Before the season, when we were doing our predictions and whatnot, we're fired up about Polk and Baker.
Mhm.
Who would have thought that right now we'd have Mike going, next season, we keep Booty and Bourne and fuck everyone else. Booty, most of all, where it's like, I was the only one in on Booty, and Al was like, he might not make the team. Like, thank God he had a great preseason, or he probably wouldn't have made the team. And
I
like
want
now
him gone.
and you were
I
not a
want him
high.
gone off the
I
team.
thought Al was more pessimistic. Maybe you were, but now
Uh,
we're like, dude, fucking Booty. Like today, again, he's so reliable. 4 for 33. I feel like his floor every game is 33. He'll always have 33, usually more.
so I think the floor for him. So just to kind of show where he is, when I was betting for him, it was over under 2.5 catches, over 100%. He's basically the go-to guy, which granted, so we'll talk about it. He dropped the slant on like 3rd and 11, I think, which he might have got a first down on. I don't know. Then he also dropped a deep pass. Maybe he didn't track it enough. It hit him in the hand, whatever. There was good coverage, but maybe he could have caught it. But other than that, Booty, Pop Douglas, and Hunter Henry, those are your 3 guys. And I mean, shit, Austin Hooper's doing well too. But other than that, those are your 3 guys. Yeah, like they're doing well. So I don't know. That's why I think like if you can get Drake May, a guy who can catch deep balls or go up and get those 50-50 balls, it's going to change so much of this team. Because a lot of like Drake May had a couple mistakes. I think like other than the pick, I'm not even going to put and we'll talk about May. I'm not even going to put the fumble on him because he wasn't looking the right way. It was a stunt. Dude came out of nowhere. The pick was a miscommunication. Other than that, what what criticisms do you guys have of Drake May today? Since like I kind of want to get a little negative on him because I feel like we're gonna get really positive with him. But like, do you guys have any like real criticisms of Drake May today?
No, just kind of knowing,
Right?
when to take a sack, when to throw the ball away.
That's
Just
the one, the
again,
sack. Yep.
right. Again, little rookie things. But other than that, I mean, everybody knows it. I think Sean McVay even said after the game, like, you can tell the dude's going to be a stud and he's going to be a great player for years to come. And that's coming from the Wonder Boy, Sean McVay. So there, the potential, the talent is there, that the IQ is going to go up with every game. So it's hard to knock him on anything. It really is.
Yeah. I have a love-hate relationship, and this would be my criticism. Love-hate relationship with his incredible confidence when the game's on the line. Like the Titans game and this game, he's just bombing it. And I love it. It's very Jameis Winston like, but in this game, Pop wasn't even looking for the ball. If he was, he maybe could have like tipped it out of harm's way, but he probably wasn't going to make that catch. Like that's a Wes Welker in the Super Bowl when he dropped it kind of catch. Like it was way high and outside. And Drake May's just like, fuck it. This one is going deep. Watch this. Like he really wants like an 80-yard walk-off touchdown. Like he wants it. He's waiting for it.
He
And I
had
love that he
him.
puts it. Yeah, I know
That's
he
the
had him.
thing. He
But I
had
don't
him.
know why Pop wasn't looking for the ball and why he sailed it. Like,
Yeah, no,
it
it was
happens.
one of those things. Yeah, I think they both said after the game it was a miscommunication. So I
It
think
was.
on the play it was like a deep post kind of or like a deep in route or
Yeah,
whatever,
it was a
and
deep
like
post.
yeah, deep post, and it looked like Drake May expected Pop to kind of go more up the field. Pop went a little bit more towards the sideline,
Yeah, he cut
and
it
that
in
was it.
early.
If they saw the same thing, and if Drake May hit Pop like going to the sideline, it was a touchdown
Yeah, he
because
was
he
open.
had enough room. He was open. It was good. So like
He would have got lit up, but he was open.
this is the frustrating thing where like the team is close. They're
Yeah.
there. And like Drake May and Pop Douglas will probably build this chemistry throughout the season and in the offseason. So next year, I guarantee you they hit that in
At least once.
in their sleep with their eyes closed. I guarantee you they hit that. And it's just like you're watching a team go through the growing pains of getting to where they should be. And it's frustrating. Sean McVay, by the way, they asked him a couple thoughts on Drake May or whatever. He said, you look at it and you can really see his ability to create off schedule. I thought he did a great job being able to make plays in the pocket today, extend drives. I thought he was patient, taking some underneath checkdowns. I didn't do too much work on him coming out. I do know a lot of people that studied him really hard said that they'd respect that he respected their opinions. He said that those people said that Drake May was really good. He basically said you can see just the impact that he's had on his teammates, the way people talk about him here. He looks like he's going to be a special player for a long time, and he gave us fits today.
Yeah, he did.
That's a top
did.
5 coach in the league saying that about your rookie
100%. Yeah.
So when I say you can have all your fun debates, all your talks about what the Patriots need to do, what they should have done, what they can do, what they shouldn't do. But it all needs to be based out of the fact that the Patriots hit on their quarterback. Every single player, coach who talks about Drake May, they go, oh, yeah, no, you can tell he's the guy. But the team needs to catch up to him. Now, if you want to start talking about, are these the coaches to do that? Are these the players to do that? We'll listen to it then.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably going to need to be some adjustments either way. But Drake May is the guy. That strip sack wasn't him. The pick.
Yeah.
Bad pick. Who knows if they don't throw it? Maybe they go down and score. Who knows? They were driving a little bit. So,
but like with the Titans game where it's like double coverage, was Booty open? Kind of maybe. It's a bold throw. Love the confidence, but also like, dude, like the game's on the line here. Like we're trying to win the game. Do the Tom Brady thing. Throw fucking 3 6-yard passes. Keep getting first downs, and then like when the defense creeps up because you keep throwing it short, then scalp them.
So you know
There's
what
the
that,
scalping
there it is. Check it off the box. So I think what that is, that's getting the rookie out of the rookie player. In college, that play probably works. But in the NFL, you have NFL players, NFL offenses, NFL defenses. So I think this is one of the reasons I wanted him to start sooner than later this year, because I wanted him to kind of go through all this.
Yeah.
Like I full well knew that he was going to throw some picks because he does like to take chances because he's that good. Like he has the arm talent to do so, kind of like Brett Favre a little bit. But it's like, just get it out of the way.
Way better person, but yeah.
Yeah, but much better person. And he's 22 years old.
Yeah.
Which
nuts.
he is a full 10 years younger than me.
Yeah, I do
That
agree.
is
Like, I bet
crazy.
those plays work in college. And unfortunately, this time around, you have a star safety on a defensive back that just proved you wrong. But.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to we'll get a little negative. Alex Van Pelt, overall, I think this was a decent game. Play calling. Obviously, with every offensive coordinator, there's gonna be like shit you can say about them. We said a lot of stuff about Josh McDaniels. You can say stuff about anybody. My issue was at the goal line. Where was it? It was boom, third quarter. Nope. Yeah, there were 8 minutes left in the third quarter. The Patriots had the ball, first and goal. They passed on the first play, incomplete pass to Hunter Henry. They ran the next two plays, and they weren't even like exciting run plays. They were just kind of right up the middle, whatever.
Yeah, when Ramondre got stuffed.
Listen, I get it that the running game was decent all game. 73 yards for Ramondre, 27 for May, 18 for Gibson. But like, put the ball. I think, Liam, you said it. Put the ball in the hands of your best player. When Al was like, why don't the Rams just run the ball? You said put the ball in the hands of your best player.
Yeah.
Why doesn't AVP just give the ball to Drake May?
Because Ramondre Stevenson is the best player.
No, I understand. But when you have the option for the quarterback, who is right now, the last 3 weeks, he is the best running quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about yard, just like statistics, all that.
Yeah.
So why not put him in the shotgun, spread him out, and just say, okay, let's see what we can do. Still run it maybe once.
He was getting bundied most of the game.
Yeah, see, and like I understand, and I know and I know it's a little bit hindsight.
It's Monday
here.
morning quarterbacking.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sunday afternoon quarterback.
A little bit, but like Drake May was also having a really good game. So it's just like, I don't know, man. And then like try to be creative with the runs too. I don't know. Did that strike you guys at all? Or like, what did you think about the offensive play calling as a whole for this game?
I loved it.
All I was gonna say was didn't love the short yardage situations, but other than that, I mean, for the most part, really well called game. I mean, who would have put on their bingo card today that Vidarian Lowe was going to score a touchdown?
Big man touchdown.
So cool.
Who doesn't love a big man touchdown?
Even the short yardage stuff, though. Like I would do the same thing. Like, how did we win the Jets game? We gave it to Ramondre within 10 yards, and he just battered and bruised his way in. Like, the offensive line sucked today for the run game, like when it really mattered. But I see no problems with it unilaterally. The Vidarian Lowe play was super
I like
cool.
you guys talking about this. You guys have kind of talked me out of, not that I was super critical of AVP, because I think it was a good overall game. You guys kind of talked me out of it. Ramondre Stevenson, he's your best player. Dude, run it up. If you can't get a couple yards, granted, of course, Monday morning quarterback, hindsight, you wish maybe a little play action, whatever.
Certainly.
But you know what? Sometimes plays you call work, sometimes they don't.
And also, like, can the offensive line just block a little bit on the goal line? Because
Hunter Henry missed the block.
Didn't even get a yard. Yeah. Like, Ramondre didn't get a yard. And I'm like, I know that's not fucking Ramondre's fault. Like, that's his spot.
No. So remember this. So how about when the Patriots called cover zero, all out blitz, and then Matt Stafford hit him with a touchdown to Cooper Kupp. So this, I saw a lot of people saying, fire Mayo, fire Covington for calling that play. If you guys watch the play, that ball had to be perfect for that to work, because Jonathan Jones jumped. I still don't understand how he didn't tip it. Like, I've watched the replays, like, crazy throw. Everything was good. Like, if that ball is an inch more to the left or the right, Cooper Kupp doesn't catch it and he doesn't score a touchdown. So it's
Yes.
like, it's kind of one of those things. I saw people, why would you blitz, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you want to bitch about the Patriots not getting home to Stafford on the blitz, fine. But that's not on the play call. That's on the actual players. And I think this is a big issue this whole season. Fans can't differentiate what blame should be given to the players, the coaching, the play calling, whatever. I didn't mind that all out blitz. It was just one of those things where it had to be a perfect pass to beat the defense, and it did, because that was good coverage by Jonathan Jones. We got a couple other coaching things we're going to talk about, but what do you guys think about that all out blitz that led to the touchdown? Or did you even think about it, or was it just like a play?
It was just a good play, good throw, and then Cooper Kupp had all the space in the world.
Dude, they get paid too. That's my thing. The offense gets paid too. Like I know that it's so much easier to be like, oh, how could Jonathan Jones not knock that down? How could the defense not get home? And it's like the Rams are still the Rams for a reason. Like, they are 5-5 now, but like they have a good offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Liam, did you have an issue with the blitz at all?
No. That play the Rams made is the play that gets made when you have an elite quarterback and a wide receiver that is a Super Bowl MVP and won the Triple Crown, and he's a top 3 receiver in the league. There are problems with the Patriots defense. I don't have a problem with the call. I have a problem with the fact that they blitzed and all of the blitzers got picked up. There was no pressure on Matt Stafford. It was a clean pocket. I'm looking at it right now. Everyone gets blocked.
Somehow.
Jelani Tavai is the only one unblocked, and our own guy is standing in between Tavai and friggin'. It's unbelievable.
Dude, 8 players got blocked by 5 players somehow. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable. And Matt Stafford has the cleanest pocket. And also, Jonathan Jones on that play, he dove for it, but he stumbled before the dive. If he just got a clean dive, it would have been money. It was right up here for Cooper Kupp. And he just, it's a game of inches, like you were saying in the group chat. Those slight mistakes, he just couldn't get up there for that fucking pass. And that's how it goes. Like, that's Matt Stafford being paid a lot of money to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and Cooper Kupp, like you said, being paid a lot of money to be a fucking fantastic receiver.
That is the difference. When we started talking about the game, that's the difference between the Rams and the Patriots right now.
Yeah.
That play encompasses all of it. It's like the Rams are just a little bit better than you right now, because they're just their timing, their blocking. The Patriots are close, but you could see that the Rams coaching, playing, talent, players, everything is just a little bit better. And that's not even like it's not even like a criticism. It's just like a fact. This is just where the Patriots are.
If we run that same play against the Dolphins, I don't think Tua connects on that pass.
No.
Even if he has a clean pocket,
might be
you
low.
have to throw that perfectly. Might be low, might be an overthrow. Depends on who the receiver is too, because Tyreek Hill is as good as it gets. But there's so many factors that went into that one play. But he's shorter, and if Jonathan Jones doesn't stumble, who fucking knows? I just think there's only a handful of quarterbacks that are making this play, and those would be Mahomes, Stafford,
No, your top
Hurts.
Guys. Yeah. Nope, probably not. You thought you sneaked that one in, you little bitch, huh?
I tried.
Okay. So another thing. So it was, where were we? So the Patriots decided to, what'd they do? They decided to kick a field goal, 3rd and 3 on the Rams 27. That looks like I wrote down. They decided to kick a field goal instead of going for it.
Well, they were going to go for it. Then they had the penalty that set
and
them
then
down,
they did.
and they had
Exactly.
to kick it.
Yeah. That was the Jalen Polk thing.
But were they really going to go for it, or were they just going to try to get
That's
him to
the thing. So I don't know. Like,
That
who
is an
knows?
excellent point now.
And then they also decided to not kick the field goal. They decided to punt it instead of taking a 54-yard field goal. They decided to punt it in the second quarter. Neither one of those things, you can talk about them, but the Rams won by 6. That wouldn't have if you're going strictly adding score to the score, that wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game. But my thing I want to talk about is not kicking the field goal. So I guess Joey Sly pregame missing a bunch of kicks. Don't know why. I don't think it was too windy in Foxborough, but just still, like, he wasn't doing well. So a 55-yard kick, it's a big kick. They decided to punt it instead. I didn't have an issue with that, because at that point it was 7-0. Patriots defense has been playing well. You know what we do? Let's punt them. Let's pin them deep. Let the defense go out there and play. Hindsight, Monday morning quarterback didn't work because the Rams went down there and scored. Also, not a great punt. I think Bryce Behringer has to learn. He can boot the ball a lot. He's still a good player. I think he's a good piece for the team, but he's got to get a little bit better at kind of directional kicking, as the entire league does. But him in particular, since we're talking about them, did you guys have an issue with that? The Patriots punting there instead of kicking it? Or
Yeah,
I saw a lot of talk about it.
I don't think I would have kicked that. What I would tell the punters, and this is
say his name, Bryce Behringer. Say his name.
No, any punter. I'm saying any punter in the league, not just Bryce Behringer. Any punter.
Okay,
I would tell any punter if you wanna pin them down, kick it out of bounds. Just like kick the ball out of bounds and just pin them at the 10-yard line, the 15-yard line.
Just kick it that way.
This is gonna sound so juvenile, but we've all played Madden. In Madden, if you ever decided to punt or you had to punt, you punted out of bounds. So that way you pin the opponent deep, and that way you don't give them a chance to have a punt return for a touchdown. I mean, again, they should be telling these punters this in the NFL. Punt the ball out of bounds. Don't give them a chance, especially if you're winning the game. Don't give them a chance. Like even, and I'm going to bring college football into it for a quick second. Like, Mike, I know you don't follow it. Liam, you follow it very sparingly.
I'll allow it.
Utah played Colorado on Saturday. Colorado's having their magical run, obviously. Colorado's up 7-3. Utah punts the ball. LeJohntay Webster takes the ball about 86 yards to the house, gets Colorado up 14-3, and then Colorado doesn't look back. But that's the point I'm making. If you punt that out of bounds, pin Colorado inside, the 10-yard line, 15-yard line, whatever, it could be a completely different game. That's how important it can be.
That is a great point. It's a complete momentum shift where if the other team takes the punt back, you can almost guarantee that you're going to lose that game. Like, what was the tipping point in the Jaguars game? When they took it back. And then you're like, we're not getting back in this game.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where I think, which is, like you said, Al, it's a weird thing. I don't know why the league in general, like just kick it out of bounds. Like I get the whole, like, let's pin them back. We'll do the bounce. We'll tip it. We'll do the fucking toe thing at the goal line and tap it back. Fuck that. Directional, kick it out of bounds at the 5. Just aim that way and kick it. Like, I don't now, unless you're trying to just boot it deep because you're punting from your own 20, just fucking boot it. I don't care at that point. But like, yeah, I don't get that. But yeah, I wanted to bring it up to you guys, because I saw a lot of people saying, like, why wouldn't you try to kick it? Oh my God, fire Mayo, all this stuff. Because fire Mayo is the thing. Like, just get rid of him. It's like, listen, especially when you add on the fact that Joey Sly sucked pregame. You know what we're going to do? We're not going to trust our kicker, because if
he sucked pregame, but he was 3 for 3, and his farthest was 42 yards. Like, he crushed it. So
42 to 55.
Yeah,
definitely.
You never know. So it's like, you know what? They did give him the faith at the end of the game, which worked. Which I still like Joey Sly. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like, whatever. Like, I don't hate that. And then the whole kicking the field goal instead of going for it on 3rd and 3. I'm sure you guys probably would have wanted to go for it on 3rd and 3, right? Towards the end of the game.
Yeah, that might have been nice.
I get it, because they went for it. They kicked the field goal. They were only down 8. So technically still one score. I will listen to that argument, because I get it either way. But at that point, there was still so much time left. So it's like, you know what? Let's just get points. We go down, score, whatever. Obviously, hindsight, who knows, whatever it was. But yeah, I just saw a lot of people kind of upset about those two things. I didn't really understand it, because that's one of those things where I know, like, Al, I think me and you have gone back and forth a little bit, where it's like, well, if they did X, then you would have said this, but if they did Y, you would have said, you know what I mean? So
I do.
Whatever, man. It is what it is. Like, they made a decision, didn't work. I don't know. Did it cost them the game? I don't think so, because there were still a bunch of things that could have happened throughout the game that could have kind of solidified the game. But
no, what cost them the game is making more than one mistake. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, if we're talking about mistakes, on defense, the defense played soft here and there.
Belichick is just rolling his eyes at all these fucking mistakes. He's sitting in his palatial estate in Nantucket going, oh, Jesus Christ, I can't stand it.
Dude, tackling. My issue with tackling is a lot of people now, you see almost every player now they go for, like, if you're carrying the ball high and tight, they go for the ball when they tackle. Like just like Teddy Bruschi this shit. You see, I got his poster right there. Teddy Bruschi this shit.
The man.
Wrap him up at the hips, dude. Just tackle him. I understand you want to cause the turnover, but you know what sucks worse than like maybe not getting a turnover? Not making the tackle and letting him run 5 more yards. Like
him shaking your stupid ass off because you tried to grab the ball.
Wrap him up, alligator roll him. I know that's illegal now or whatever, but just fucking get him down. Kyle Duggar, not a great game tackling.
No. But first game back from Russ, give the
first game back from Russ. And since we're talking about defense, we're gonna bring it up. Christian Barmore.
Yeah.
If you want like a feel good story about the Patriots right now, Christian Barmore could not play defensive lineman, defensive tackle for the Patriots. He had blood clots. David Andrews had blood clots a couple of years ago. He was out the whole year. Chris
ended his career.
Blood clots are a big thing. Christian Barmore talked about it after the game. He said that, it really messed him up, kind of made him look at life a little different. He was losing his breath. He couldn't breathe here and there. Big thing. Props to the Patriots, conditioning staff, all that stuff for recognizing it, everything. Happy everything's good. He played today. He had 21 snaps. He had 3 tackles. The fact that Christian Barmore is back, I think that's going to pay dividends moving forward. Because like I said, he only played 21 snaps today. And like what was his conditioning? How is he back there? Like, how are people playing off, whatever. But I just wanted to kind of point that out because I don't think that we thought he was even going to play this year. And then a couple weeks ago, he posted like a clock and it was like a TikTok thing. And it was like, holy shit, is he coming back? Is he not? What's going on? And then he fucking comes back and plays. Like, that's awesome. So I'm happy that he played
3 tackles and 21 snaps is nasty work.
Dude, there was one play where he looked like Christian Barmore of old, where it was like Kyron Williams was running up the middle. Barmore just reached his big ass meaty mitts out there and just grabbed him and just pulled him down. Like there's a reason. Is he the highest paid defensive tackle in the league?
Up there.
Or is he like, he's up there, right? I don't know if he's number 1. But I think he's like top 3 or whatever. He deserves it. So I'm happy he's back. But other than that, I mean, I'm kind of looking at it. I don't think we had any sacks this game, which is kind of inexcusable. Kind of the no sacks this game makes the 9 sacks against the Bears kind of look like bullshit.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, the Bears suck.
Yeah, but like you would think we get some this game. Overall thoughts on the defense, or just like wherever you guys want to go, because we'll wrap up the Rams talk soon. But where'd you guys want to go from the defense?
How about Yannick Ngakoue not getting a lot of playing time in this game?
A lot of? Did he get any?
I saw a couple snaps. I did see him.
What number is he?
I did see him 55.
55, I was gonna say, right?
Yeah, he it doesn't look like he had any tackles. I did see him towards the end of the game because I was kind of looking for him. But yeah, it doesn't look like he had any tackles.
We're rolling out there with fucking Ben Brown, who's like a my player, like created player out there.
On offense, he's doing well.
Yeah, but like friggin', and we can't get Yannick in there. I was like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'll be something where I think next week he'll probably play. Next week, Barmore will have a whole week of practice. Yannick Ngakoue will have a whole week of practice. Dietrich Wise will probably be back. That's another thing. Dietrich Wise out. Jaquelin Roy out, which we all said number 94. Jaquelin Roy has been killing it the last few weeks. So having everybody back, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good against Miami. I think that'll be a big game. But yeah, it was a little shitty. Marte Mapu was out too, which I didn't think he was going to be out. That was kind of a surprising one. But my question I want to ask you guys. Christian Gonzalez was covering Demarcus Robinson basically the entire game. This is where I'll look at DeMarcus Covington, Patriots defensive coordinator. I'll kind of not put this loss on him by any means, but like, how do you when you have Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp roasting your defense, how do you just have Christian Gonzalez covering their 3rd best receiver? Like, I understand that offense, they audibles, shifts, everything like that. You can't you can't
Yeah, they
always
do a
have
lot
him
of
covering the
motion.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally get it. Like it's not one of those things. I'm not like, why don't you just have him revisit and just cover him all over the field? But like, god damn, like Gonzalez, like you had to think that maybe if he was on Cooper Cup or Puka Nakua, maybe some of these plays didn't happen. What are your thoughts on Covington's defensive plan and just kind of the defense as a whole this game?
I don't know. I don't know what the plan was. That's the thing. Like you
Right?
genuinely don't know what was the plan. Like what were you trying to neutralize? Because if you were trying to neutralize Puka Nakua, that didn't work. If you tried to neutralize Cooper Cup, that didn't work. If you tried to neutralize Kyron Williams, that didn't work. If you tried to neutralize Matt Stafford, that didn't work. So again, what was your point of emphasis on defense? Was it to put pressure on Stafford? Because Matt Stafford on the blitz looked like he had the answers to the test. As soon as the blitz came, ball was out right away, knew exactly where he was going with it. So that's why I question a little bit. You had such a good week against Chicago. You had a great game plan. You got pressure on Caleb Williams. You were able to take advantage of that. I know it's a different team, but why didn't you have a more solid game plan or at least attempt to have a better game plan? I don't know. Very, very strange week for DeMarcus Covington in the defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, good. I mean, I get when you come into a game with a certain game plan and that game plan doesn't pan out. This is where having people like Bill Belichick pays dividends because he can make those in-game adjustments. DeMarcus Covington, first-time defensive coordinator. So I'm willing to give him leeway for not making adjustments on the fly, but it just, I don't know, like, especially when you look at it, the Patriots lost by 6, and it's like, you got to think like maybe if you have a little bit of a better game plan or an adjustment, maybe something happens, something goes your way and you stop them or like, I don't know. Like, I'm not like, I'm still not ready to say that DeMarcus Covington, his job he should be on the hot seat. I think all the coordinators, all the coaches, they get a whole nother year. I think no matter what, unless for some reason, like let's just say the offense regresses or like whatever side of the ball regresses so much, I think that they both get a whole nother year here. But it's like, god damn it, this was a bad game plan. Like the offense had some spotty calls here and there, but the defense was just like, and I know that like players, like eventually like talent comes into play, but it did just seem like the game plan itself was just not great. So I don't know. Liam, what are you looking at? Because I can see it seems like you are shocked at whatever you're looking at.
I don't understand the game plan at all. But like I really don't. I'm super confused. Um, so Gonzo did cover Nakua
A
and
little bit. Yeah,
Cup.
yeah, yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, he definitely did. It's all obviously what the defensive play is. Sometimes it's zone. I did see him get almost he got torched by both Puka and Cup. Cup
Mhm.
luckily dropped one early in the game that was
Yep.
kind of a flag route to the outside, and then Puka got one on the sideline later in the game. But it seems like a lot of it is they're running zone defense, and the Rams would counter their zone defense by stacking all their receivers on the opposite side of the field as Gonzo. So he would end
Mhm.
up just kind of sitting and guarding the zone where the tight end would be or where the running back would flare out. And then
Yep.
you have your two worst guys on their two best guys. They did run a cornerback blitz. It was the Rams, of course, ended up getting a fucking first down on it. But Gonzo comes screaming through the gap, hits Matt Stafford, but he had hit Cooper Cup by that point for a first down, kind of like a diving first down.
Mhm.
But it's just even when he's playing man, he's getting fucking smoked. I'm seeing him on Cooper Cup right now, but it's just like don't let them take advantage of you like that. Like it's obviously a Sean McVay offense. He's obviously crushing these matchups right now, and he has the advantage no matter what because he has the sick receiving core. I'm also seeing plenty of times where Gonzo isn't even in the fucking game. Like I'm looking at this one, it was an overthrow in the end zone. Gonzo's playing like deep cover three. And luckily, Cooper Cup drops the ball, and then that ends up being the field goal right before the half. That ends up
Mhm.
hitting the upright. Uh, But yeah, like I just you're misutilizing your best player. And like yes, he was getting smoked, but still keep him on one guy. Like you said, give him like the Revis treatment. Follow Cooper Cup or Puka Nakua, pick which one. At the beginning of the game, it looked like Nakua was killing you. So I would have had him on him. And then once Cup went off for his first touchdown, I probably would have been like, all right, change your assignment. You're after fucking Cooper for the rest of the game.
It's
But it's just
adjustments. That's
yeah,
what it is. You
mm,
need to make adjustments.
you do, and they didn't make one because I'm looking at it's. I'm in the third end of the third quarter now, and they still have Gonzo playing zone, and I'm like, dude, the zone isn't working. Matt Stafford knows your zone. Stop playing zone.
It's like stop trying to make zone happen.
Yeah, stop trying to
It's
make
not
zone
gonna
happen.
work.
Matt Stafford has 2 touchdowns already against your zone. I'm telling you, this isn't working.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it's one of those things
Fucking
where
brutal, dude.
you can. There's a way to criticize the coaches or criticize the team without going overboard and saying that players or teams need to be benched or fired or whatever. And I know that sounds like a broken record, sounds like, oh, let's everybody just get along type take. But guys, break it down to what it is. It's the first year of a rebuild. You have a first-time head coach, first-time defensive coordinator, basically a first-time offensive coordinator, a rookie quarterback, a bunch of young options on offense, a bunch of young players and injuries on defense. Fucking temper your expectations and temper your criticisms. I'm not saying that everything needs to be kumbaya, everything's happy. Let's all just enjoy the product and not criticize it. But God, we can sit there and talk shit about DeMarcus Covington this game. Whereas dude, he should have done this. He should have adjusted stuff, like you said. Gonzalez, this was Sean McVay out coaching DeMarcus Covington. Where it's okay, you're gonna have him on this side. Watch this. I'm gonna put fucking everybody on this side.
Yeah, dude, I just saw the ultimate counter. So I'm watching this. This is 3 minutes left in the third. And it was when the tight end scored that touchdown on the corner route over Duggar and somebody else.
Yep.
Yeah. So friggin' Cooper Cup isn't even on the field. They have Gonzo in man on Puka Nakua. They motion him to the inside, so he basically is in the fullback position. And then they just have Nakua run out to the flat. So they completely take Gonzo out of the game. And then they have the tight end run from the far side, right up the middle, through everyone else. And they played Covington. He finally goes to a man, and McVay's like, you know what? We'll just throw it to the tight end. You'll have no clue because they're so worried about fucking Nakua, and they're like, okay, Cooper's not in. He got played so badly.
Yeah, man, it's frustrating, but this is just the growing pains, man. You learn, you live, you learn, you go through it. So now maybe next time the Patriots play the Rams or play an offense like this, Covington or whoever will be like, hey, let's actually do this. So
yeah, he's like, last time I got taken advantage of, and I'm not gonna let that happen.
Yeah,
again.
Last time I don't know. I'm not super negative about this. It sucks. You don't want to be 3-8, and they can still run the table to make the playoffs if you really want to. But I don't know. This year,
we still had an opportunity to win, and so the defense couldn't have been that bad.
We were in it at the end.
Opportunity to win, yeah.
That's what you're looking for. And now I do expect them to win next week. We'll talk about that in a second. I definitely expect them to win the week after. So I expect them to go into the bye with a little bit there. But you guys have anything else you want to talk about with this game? Kind of general talk, whatever. Anything else with this?
Just briefly. Throw
them out. Throw in a bunch of all the stuff.
Marcus Jones back on offense. It was only 2 plays, but they were 2 beautiful, glorious plays. Taking something out of the Bill Belichick playbook. It was glorious to see. They had kind of the handoff to him that went for a first down, and then they faked the pass out to the flat to him, and then ran a screen to Ramondre on the other side. And I was just like, this is beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted, especially after all Al's Marcus Jones slander earlier.
Al hates Marcus Jones, just like he hated Jacoby Myers. He hated everybody.
He hated Mac Jones, which actually aged pretty well.
Checked out.
Yeah,
that
one was good. That was
good. Yeah, that was that one worked out.
That was good. That was good. Al, you got anything else you want to say? Or Liam, if you had anything else you want to say about this game?
Yeah, that's it.
No, that's it. Let's move to Miami.
All right. So
I've been trying to move to Miami.
Dude, I am telling you, you do not want to move to Florida.
I know. I'm joking. I could never live in Miami. I'd be a horrible coke addict.
So okay. All right, sure. So Patriots are playing Dolphins in Miami next week. 1 o'clock
House
game.
of Horrors, baby.
Yeah, House of Horrors.
Yeah.
Let me just ask you guys real quick, because like I've seen a lot of this the last like few years, and we've probably talked about it before, but I want to bring it up again. Since when did the 1 o'clock games become like, oh, bad teams get put at 1 o'clock? I thought that 1 o'clock games were like that. That's it. The 4 o'clock games suck unless you're playing prime time. Give me 1 o'clock. Kick me off the second that Sunday start. I don't want like.
No, it's not.
Stands,
You
like,
got it
what's
wrong. You got it wrong. It's not
yeah,
that it's
explain it.
it's not that it's a punishment to be playing at 1 o'clock. It's a punishment to be put on the Fox broadcast. You get put on the CBS broadcast, you're getting the best broadcast. The Fox one, I don't mind saying it. The Fox broadcast is terrible.
Fucking Mark Sanchez.
And then, the CBS ones, like when we were, Mike, you're 50 years old, but Liam, when we were little kids, and when we would hear that music for CBS go dun 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 dun, like it gave you just that
chills.
It gives you chills, just gets you pumped up, and you knew the Patriots were playing because the Patriots always had the 1 o'clock spot on CBS.
Always.
Yeah, you hear me. It's a beautiful day for football in Foxborough. Bright 65 degrees with Tom Brady and the Patriots taking on.
Don't you mean Jim Plunkett and Tony Eason, their guy?
I am 32 years old. I turned 33 December 18th. I am not 50. I am still kicking. I'm young. My knees are good.
See, you just hurt yourself by saying you're still kicking. You
did. You buried congrats. You played
it yourself.
Yeah.
Good job.
That brought with that like chime brought up so much nostalgia. The first thing I thought of was that chime, and then like Mike said, it's a beautiful day in Nashville, Tennessee, where the Patriots come into town to play the Titans.
Yep.
When
the 9-0 Patriots come against the 4-5 Titans.
When Chandler Jones had the strip sack, Dante Hightower had the touchdown in like their first game, and I was like, this is fucking beautiful.
Yeah. So Patriots going against Miami. Why aren't I going to this game? Oh, it's the day before Thanksgiving. Or is this like no?
Dude, all the more reason to go.
November 24th, whatever. No, last Miami game I went to against the Patriots was the Miami Miracle. So I don't think I'll do that.
Yeah, don't ever go again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1 o'clock game, divisional game. Should be good. Kind of overall thoughts. Where do you guys want to start with it? Preview. What do you guys expect from this game?
Does anyone think they're gonna win?
No, because they have their quarterback back that knows how to beat the Patriots, and that's Tua.
He's a bitch.
Turn the ball over. Like he'll turn the ball over once or twice, but they're still going to win the game.
Yeah.
No. I think the Patriots get this one. And this is
of course.
Fuck you. This isn't. Listen to what I'm going to say. Okay, I think the Patriots are a better team. Explain to me what, like, show me. So Christian Gonzalez can cover Tyreek Hill. We've seen it. Right?
I don't think Christian Gonzalez.
We've seen it. No. We've seen it before.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Shut your stupid ass fucking mouth, white boy. So he can. Christian
my
Gonzalez.
uncle's black, so I'm part black.
My uncle's gay. So what?
So that makes sense actually.
Shit.
You outed yourself a second time.
He literally lived in a mountain in England. So like he carved a mountain. He carved like his house in a mountain. Gay. Pretty cool. Yeah, kind of. But
you're like, Nicole, I think I got something to tell you.
You're like, shit, babe. I understand this. This is why I can't get it up. It's not because I'm old. No. Hear me out. So I think that Gonzalez can kind of do whatever he can with Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle will probably eat a little bit, but I just think that the Patriots kind of come in and they, I just don't have faith in the Dolphins when it comes down to it, because I don't think their running game is that good. Tua doesn't seem to be running as much anymore, so it's really just Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Although Jonnu Smith is on this team, so he's going to have like 80 yards and like 2 touchdowns. Of course,
he scored today.
But no, of course he did. He's doing well. It
of
was just the Patriots that couldn't figure out.
Dude, Mike Gesicki's balling out of control. It's so
everybody.
Yeah, once you leave New England, your career gets resurrected. That's all.
That's the thing. So but yet everybody wants to criticize Mayo, but doesn't give Belichick his criticisms. We'll have an episode on Belichick criticisms. But No, I genuinely think it'll win. That the Patriots will win. I think it'll be a very close game. I think it'll be a 23-13 game. I think it's the Patriots are up by 3 late. They score a touchdown. They shut down Miami for the last like little bit of the fourth quarter. Yeah, I just don't have faith in Miami. That's all. So how do you guys think it goes?
Not like
And then
that.
also give me Drake May's stat line. I like this shit because we're finally pumped that we have a quarterback.
Yeah, that's
Give me
true.
May's stat line too, and then we'll talk about that.
Al, do you want to break the news to him?
24-13 Miami.
That's dumb.
You're dumb. Actually, coming from the one that said the Patriots were going to go 12-5, so you're going to call either one of us dumb with any of your predictions ever again?
He's still holding out on that
Are you
12-5
kidding me?
thing. That's why he says they're going to win this game.
Yeah, and he's still
Listen,
holding out
I'll
on
own
his
that.
playoff
I'll own
bet.
that. I'll
And
own
by
the
the way, there, pal, buddy, old pal, or chum, as you might have called it back in the 1980s.
Yeah,
You have to win 6 games in a row just to have a shot at the playoffs. If at the very worst, you got to win 5 of your next 6. We see
Al's
this Patriots
gloating 'cause
team
he's gonna make a lot of
winning
money
5 of the
this
next
year.
6. No.
Talk to
It's
me
not.
week 18. Talk to me week 18. Okay.
I'll talk to you. Listen, I'll talk to you week 13. I'll talk to you after
when
next
it's
week.
over.
What do you guys think is going to happen with the game? Stop talking shit about me being old.
24-13, Miami.
Yeah.
Like that's all.
We
That's
think
all
they're
you need
gonna
to know.
lose.
Drake May stat line.
Play admirable.
Let's see.
I
Let's
think
go.
I think he's going to have a good.
Let's go 23 of 34. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 210 passing yards.
Not bad. Liam, what do you think? I know this isn't about the Eagles, but it's the Dolphins. So if you can just give your thoughts on that.
Well, fucking Gardner Minshew threw 43 fucking times against the Dolphins today. That's nuts. Yeah. He went 30 of 43 for 282, 2 tubs and a pick. So
Drake May could go 35 or 40 there.
If he did that, friggin', granted the game was never in reach, he definitely had to throw his way back into the game. Johnny Smith did have 2 touchdowns. That's fucked. He had 101 and 2 tubs. That's super annoying. But yeah, so if fucking Gardner Minshew can do that, I'm gonna say Drake May has 305, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He goes 28 of 35. Has a very efficient game.
3 touchdowns, no picks. That's shit. That's more than me. Score. What do you think the score is going to be?
So if I have Drake May throwing 3 touchdowns, I think the Dolphins win. Dolphins win 31-24.
Okay, so I'll be the only white knight on this podcast, I guess. I think the Patriots win.
Of course.
I think it's going to be guys, it's the Dolphins. This isn't.
I know.
Isn't
I understand.
Really good team.
But if Tom Brady couldn't beat the fucking Dolphins in Miami, how do we expect our sweet boy Drake?
Because I'm not going to be there, so the bad luck's going to be gone.
Really? Because you weren't there the last 8 times we got piped up in Miami.
It's true. I do think it's going to be 24. I'll change it a little bit. I think it's going to be 24-17. I think Drake May is going to throw for a touchdown. I think he's going to throw for 260 something yards. I think he'll run for like 30 yards or so or something like that. I think it's going to be another good game. I think it's fun to watch a team that has an offense that can actually work. Don't get me wrong. There's a bunch of issues with it, offensive line, all that stuff. But yeah, I think it's fun to watch Drake May play football. So
Has Drake May had a bad game yet? Like, I guess last week wasn't great, but
that's probably his worst game, right?
By a lot.
Yeah, that was probably because
right?
He was 15 for 25 or something like that, right? Something like 184 yards or something.
That's exactly
what
it was. Damn, you're good.
Goddamn right it was. That's right.
1 tub, 1 pick.
Age brings smarts.
Yeah,
I think that was his worst game. I think this was his best game, right? 280 or whatever he had. What do you have? 200 and fucking something. Where'd it go? Yeah, he had 292 yards.
295.
Yeah, I think this was his best game.
Oh,
right?
no. I'm looking at Matt Stafford. My bad. 282. Yeah, 30 of 40. 282.
That's good,
Two
man.
times
30 or
something.
40. Yeah. So I think, I think it'd be nice, man, to see the Patriots win a divisional game,
Oh,
get to
100%.
4-8,
I hate the
going
fucking
into the Colts game, which I think is another winnable game. So, I think this is a important little stretch here. You can go into the bye week with 2 wins, kind of feeling good, coming out of the bye week. Then you got some tough games. You got Bills twice, you got the Chargers, you got the Cardinals. Some fun games. There's going to be some fun games.
Then it's time to nut up.
I can't. The Bills game. Oh, buddy. Drake May, Josh Allen, Jedi against Padawan. Like, this is going to be some good shit. I'm pumped. I'm excited.
We already saw the Jedi versus the Padawan. Drake May's ceiling is Matt Stafford, who can run.
Yeah, I'm okay. So, like, 3 Super Bowls, you're saying then? I think Drake May is going to be a really good quarterback. Patriots fans, if you made it to this far in the podcast, be positive about the team. It sucks. You can talk shit about them, all that stuff. But just at the end of the day, when you lay your head down on your pillow to go to sleep at night, just know that you have Drake May as your quarterback. The Patriots are in a good position moving forward. This year is going to be a little bumpy. Moving forward, going from the bye week, like we said, they got a little bit of a crucible at the end of the season, but I think it's going to be good. And then the off season, I can't fucking wait for the off season podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
I've already got my top 5 guys I'd like to see in a Patriots uniform.
I swear to God, if I hear fucking T. Higgins on that list,
I was talking college.
Okay.
And I'll say this: when the Patriots do make moves, I'm gonna try to fly up there so we can have some in person.
Dude, we should do a live podcast.
We'll set up a camera. We'll have everything going. Yeah, I think we can make it work.
Also, I'm at the end of every episode, because I need something to actually make me happy, I'm giving my top 5 guys I want to see in a Pats uniform next year. I'm going to change the order potentially. So here's my list, by the way.
Let's go. Who do you got?
Number 5, Ashton Jeanty, the running back from Boise State. That's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream. That one's a pipe dream.
Yeah, I'd love to see Calvin Johnson in a Patriots uniform too.
Number 4, Will Campbell, offensive tackle, LSU.
Beast.
Number 3, Travis Hunter, Colorado, wide receiver in corner.
Gag me with a spoon.
Hey, at least I didn't put him 1.
It's true. Still gay.
Listen. We're not going to get into that because we don't need to talk about your fantasy team like that, okay? Because it's just pretty bad. Number 2,
you got lucky.
Twice. I got lucky twice. Number 2, Kelvin Banks, offensive tackle.
Straight to the bank.
And right now, for this week, my number 1 Patriot that I want to see for next year, Tet McMillan, wide receiver at Arizona.
It's gotta be.
Dude, so I found out that he was 6'5", when I tell you guys that I dropped my phone,
no idea.
I was like, "There's no fucking way."
I know.
He's 6'5". He can catch the ball.
What a freak!
Get him over here. Like, I don't figure out the offensive line with free agency or trade people. Get Tet McMillan over here. Like,
and not only that,
shit.
So every week I'm going to do this from now on, and it's going to change. I think every week.
Yeah,
I love it.
So don't forget.
Oh, okay. No. I'll remind you.
Does anyone know how to pronounce his first name?
Tetriola or something?
Tetriola.
There's no. I mean, Tetairoa.
Tetroya?
That's a nightmare. Tetroya?
Tetroya. How do you pronounce this?
We are setting back.
They call him T-Mac.
T-Mac. Yeah, T-Mac. We'll just call him Tet. Tet's so much easier.
I'm looking up the pronunciation.
Tedaro McMillan. That's how you say it.
What is it?
Tedaro McMillan.
Tedaro? No way.
Tedar and then RO and then McMillan. That's how you say it on YouTube.
Okay, sure. So Tet McMillan is going to come to the Patriots.
Yeah,
I will never call him Tedaro.
Tet the Jet.
Fucking name. What is where is he from? What is that name? Tedaro? What is he? Hawaiian? Maybe. Is that a Hawaiian name? It could be Hawaiian. What's his Wikipedia? Where is he from?
Shit, it is.
Oh, it's Hawaiian. Tedaro. It's fucking Hawaiian.
Is he
guy.
actually
Good
from
for
Hawaii?
you.
Yeah, he's from Wayne. I can't say that. Waymanalo. Waimanalo, Hawaii.
Waimanalo.
All right, before we start taking geography quizzes, why don't we wrap this up because we don't
All
get
right,
to
guys.
the
This was
Israel
Tuck Rule
days.
Takes, episode 156. Al, Mike, Liam, we're all here. Doing the fucking intro. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing else. You guys have any parting words before we leave?
Nope.
And Ted
Tadaro.
McMillan, we trust.
What a fucking name. Yeah, and Tet we trust. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Other than that,